Hi friends, it's Ivy. Welcome to another Draw with me. Today we'll be drawing a Howls Moving Castle redraw on Procreate. For those of you who haven't seen my videos before, welcome to my channel. I started YouTube about 4 weeks ago and I've been having such a blast making these videos. I actually don't have that much experience filming and editing videos, so this has been sort of a learning experience for me. But hey, turns out it's pretty fun. In the upcoming weeks, I'm going to be doing a studio tour to show you how I run my online store and Etsy shop where I sell enamel pins and other illustrated products. And I'm also hoping to do some studio vlogs, a 50 facts about me video, and maybe even some drawing storytime videos where I share some of my past experiences with you. It might be something like my experience through art school, studying abroad, my art career, stories about moving out, and maybe even more stories about my personal life, like my engagement story, how I met my best friend, and other fun things like that. If you like art, storytelling, and perhaps you're interested in seeing how I run my business, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you as part of my community. Anyway, like I said, I've got tons of ideas lined up, but if there's anything you'd like to see first, please comment below and let me know. As you can see, when I'm using Procreate, I tend to start off with a rough sketch, which I then outline with the Procreate pencil. Then I use the lasso tool to select the areas that I want to color, and I have a color palette of some of my most used colors that I tend to drag and drop into the illustration that I am working on. Oftentimes those colors are quite similar to the final colors that I want for the illustration, but usually I end up tweaking them using the hue and saturation adjustment to adapt it for each section. So for instance, I have a brown color that I often use, but if the character I am drawing uses a lighter or darker shade, then I would first place the color, then I would adjust it to my liking. How the hue and saturation adjustments work is that the hue would change the color. So you can go from red to pink to orange to blue, or you can simply make minor adjustments so that you get a cooler or warmer version of your color. The saturation adjustment addresses the amount of color there is, so something that is less saturated would be more grayed out and neutral, whereas something with full saturation would be more vibrant in color. Brightness is pretty straightforward. As you may have guessed, it allows you to adjust how dark or light your color is by adding black or white to your color. This is why I keep different colors on different layers. That way I can go back and change things later on. Do you guys like this style of video where you can see what I'm doing on my screen? Or do you prefer my previous Ghibli Redraw where you can't see what I'm doing on the back end, but you can see the drawing progress step by step in a quick fashion? Let me know in the comments if you have a preference. Here I'm starting to add some shading. To find the color of the shadows, I use the eyedropper tool to see what color currently exists. Then I'll create a slightly darker version of it. I then create a new layer on top of the existing one and set it as clipping mask. Having a clipping mask means that whatever I paint on the clipping mask layer will only appear on the layer below. So if I create a new clipping mask layer on top of the existing jacket layer, everything I paint will only appear on the currently existing jacket and nothing else. In order to keep my layers organized, I group them based on character or background element so that everything is easy to find. Once I'm pretty close to being done, I create a new clipping mask on top of the outline layer. Depending on the style I'm going for, I either add color to the lines that are slightly darker than the shape that they're outlining, or I make them the same color as the color that they're outlining, for a sort of no outline look. In this one, you'll see that I'm going with the darker color outline. step is just adding the highlights, which is always my favorite part to any drawing. If you'd like to see what I do outside of YouTube, my shop and Instagram links are in the description down below. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you all again next week for a new video.